Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Child, a story by Munshi Premchand. Munshi Premchand is a writer who writes with a social purpose. He created awareness among the people because he exposed the pettiness of the human world. He has written 250 stories and more than a dozen novels on issues like dowry, widow remarriage, and prostitution. Some of his best works are Idga, Gafan, Godan, Nirmala, Gaban, Rangbhumi, and Vardhan. On seeing the miserable life led by widows, he himself decided to get married to a child widow, Shivrani Devi, in 1906. This story, The Child, depicts the realistic picture of Indian society. The story exposes the man-made shallow norms and rigid customs that lead to injustice, inequality, and maltreatment of the voiceless, especially women. In the story, we find Gangu, who is a poor Brahmin servant. He behaves differently from other servants in the household. Gangu gets easily agitated over the slightest rebuke and does not seem to be pally with the other servants. He never bows to anyone and expects others to bow in front of him because he is a Brahmin, that is high caste. Whenever he sees his master in profuse perspiration, he fans him with an attitude of doing him great favor. The master does not like someone to intrude his privacy, because he does his minor works himself so that he can have the feeling of independence. One morning, the narrator was about to go for a morning walk when Gangu came in and expressed his wish to leave the job as he wanted to get married to Gomti Devi. Gomti Devi is a woman who was turned out of the widow's home. The narrator was shocked to see the courage of this old-fashioned Brahmin who never touched even the used vessels and now was ready to get married to a woman who was bearing the name of doubtful character. Gangu reasoned that a woman cannot stay with a man who does not love her. The narrator was bewildered to see Gangu, who was talking in the tone of a poet, and ultimately he accepted his resignation. The master knew that tomorrow Gangu would repent his decision of marrying Gomti Devi. After 5 months, he saw Gangu working as a hawker and was happy for him. One day, the narrator received the news that Gomti Devi had run away, and he felt really elated to hear this news, and he thought that he should offer his shoulder to Gangu for crime. When he went to see Gangu, Gangu looked completely shattered. And on seeing him, the narrator expressed his sympathy towards him, but Gangu blamed himself for her running away. He told him perhaps he was not educated and that may be the reason why she left him. He blamed himself for not being able to prove himself as a good husband. The narrator was really taken aback to see the unshaken love for a defamed woman like Gomti. Gangu resolved to find her as soon as possible. After this incident, the narrator went to Nainital for about a month. On his return, he was shocked to see Gangu carrying a baby in his arms, and Gangu looked very happy. The narrator mocked at his shamelessness and taunted him on getting child within 5 months of his marriage. Gangu replied proudly, "When one takes a harvested field, one does not refuse the crop merely because someone else has sown it." He embraced the child as a gift to him. The narrator was touched by Gangu's sentiments and his pure love for Gomti. He felt ashamed of his middle-class morality. He kissed the baby and went along with Gangu to his house to meet Gomti. The story ends here. It's a beautiful story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.